welcome to another installment of Unveiling Africa, one beautiful face at a time. I'm here with the beautiful, the lovely, the gorgeous Miss Guinea 2016. Her name is Aicha Bah, and we welcome her to Unveiling Africa. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Aicha.
Well, my name is Aicha, Miss Guinea USA 2016. I was born and raised in America, raised in Jersey. I'm 23, I attend Pace University, international business major, and I'm just living my day one day at a time, trying to accomplish goals.
The first time I met you was at a function at an African pageant.
Yes.
Tell me, what's this fascination about pageants, African pageants these days? How did you get involved in this business?
Well, I actually got involved in this particular one because I had heard that it was a scholarship pageant, thinking it was a scholarship for school, until I found out that it's more so of like a charitable mission. And so that really spoke to me as well, because when I was a senior in high school, I was debating between going to like the Peace Corps or following my parents' pressure and just going to school. So thankfully I did get involved because now I'm filling both goals.
Yeah, that's interesting because you said that, and I'm very fascinated and pleased to hear such good words from, our modern day youths. Tell me, what's the meaning of Aicha, first of all? I like to let my viewers know the African name.
It's actually a Muslim name. Aisha is my nickname. Okay. It's a Muslim name. It's the Prophet's wife. But my real name is Aicha. It was named after my grandmother, my father's mom. It doesn't really have a meaning. Not that I know of, at least. Okay. Just like a cultural. Yeah, it definitely means something for sure. She's a beautiful woman.
Thank you. That's nice. Tell me, what since you've been here in America, you were born here.
Yeah.
Now, what has been the relationship between you and Americans, or people who are born or who are from this place? Do you find any difference with the way they treat us or treat you?
Difference. I'm very fortunate to have both sides of it strongly. Like I said, I was raised in Jersey, so I grew up around very Jersey people, if anyone knows what that means. And then my parents are Fulani to the core, so I speak my language fluently, I eat all of the foods, I know all the traditions. So as far as being treated differently, I've never really experienced that, thankfully. I know people do, but I can't really speak too much on that.
Well, I love that you say you're from the Fulani tribe.
Yes. And
those are very regal people. I love them so much. Tell me this: when you got the word that you're going to be be a contestant in the pageant, what's going through your mind? What were you thinking of?
I was thinking, can I really do this? Like, is that me? Because I'm like the shyest person. I keep to myself. I'm an introvert. So can I really get on stage in front of people that I don't know and show myself? I wasn't too sure. But the more I got to know the Miss Guinea team, the more I felt comfortable and the more I felt like, yeah, this is really something I should be doing. So confidence grew from that, and I learned how to be less of an introvert and more of like a person who knows how to network. So I'm happy I did it.
I'm happy you did too.
Thank you.
And then that moment when it said, Aicha, you're the winner, what was going through your head?
I was standing in the center of the stage. My mother was sitting in the center of the audience. So as soon as I said Aicha, she jumped up and her hands were out. And I think that's a special moment we'll keep together forever. So I felt happy and excited and accomplished.
What positive effects has it done for you, or have you been able to show to others?
I've been able to meet a lot of fantastic and smart people that are like-minded, and without the crown I fear I may have never gotten those opportunities, so I'm very thankful for it. I've had the pleasure to go to places that I never really would have known to go to. For example, a few weeks ago I got the chance to go to the UN, and that's not really a thing that just anyone gets to do. Thanks to the crown, I got to do that.
Thank you. Now, what are you going to do for the people, for your Fulani sisters in Guinea, because of the crown?
When I do go, by the way, I haven't been back home in 15 years. So I'm more than excited. There's a word after excited, that's what I am. I will, just teach everyone to be yourself and be happy, first and foremost. It's about you, and live your truth. You're made the way you are by God for a reason, so don't try to fight it. Just be confident, be brilliant, and be a woman, a strong woman, because that's what you are. Just let it come out.
I like you said that word, strong.
Yes.
Because there's nothing more than a strong woman in any place in the world.
For sure.
Now, I know that you go to school.
Yes.
You work full time.
Yes.
And then you have to live the life of a queen.
Yes.
How do you juggle this?
You just got to ask yourself, what do you want in life? What's the end goal for you? And then start to prioritize things and reevaluate and see what makes sense for your end goal, and just cut things out. If it doesn't make sense for what you want to accomplish, just, don't do it. And also don't procrastinate, because that's a big waste of time. Because although you're not doing what you're supposed to, you're still thinking about it.
Yeah.
So that's just my advice. Just prioritize and make time for what's important to you and what you want to accomplish.
Have you had anything that has kept you from doing what you want to do?
Thankfully, again, no. Thankfully. I'm very lucky.
And I'm sure you must have the support of family and friends.
Of course. I have the best friends, best family ever.
Now, tell me this. Where I usually ask my guests, if you had the opportunity to go to Africa today, because we're on Unveiling Africa.
Yes.
And we're trying to unveil the beauty, the substance of Mother Earth Africa.
Yes.
What two countries, there are about 56 countries in Africa.
Yes.
But what two countries we're supposed to go there tomorrow?
Ooh,
would you like
tomorrow.
To go to, and why?
Okay, first one is a bit playful. I'm gonna jump on the jet to Nigeria. Just because I want a weekend of fun in Lagos. And I'd like to visit, I guess, South Africa. So much history there. Okay. That's really the showing of the rest of the world how strong African people of color are. We got the great examples there. We had our trials and tribulations, and we fought through.
I like that. That's a good way to describe this whole travel trip to South Africa.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. You are studying international business.
Yes, correct.
What do you want to do with that when you grow up?
I just sat down and thought to myself, what are my two favorite things? Business and traveling. And thankfully for me, my university, they offer a very, very great program in international business. So I also probably wouldn't really want to work for anyone, but it's just something to fall back on. But if it was to fall back on, it'd be a degree that's encompassing the things that I love the most, travel and business.
What do you think of the future of women in the continent of Africa today?
We're going in a great direction.
I agree.
We're going in a fantastic direction. Just sitting across from you here, beautiful black woman doing your thing. So like I said again with the Crown, I've had the pleasure to meet such fantastic and smart, intelligent, just so encouraging, no type of jealousy or anything like that, just trying to push their sisters forward. So if we keep in line with what I've been seeing so far, there's no limit to what the African woman can do, for sure.
Oh, I love that.
For sure.
That's a positive.
For sure.
That's a positive note. How do you plan to inculcate positive moral values to our youth today? Because it seems like the whole world's falling apart when it comes to that.
Right before our eyes.
Yeah.
Just lead by example. Be a good person. If you have children in your life, be a vehicle for them to express themselves and feel comfortable to communicate with you, and just really just do the best that you can in front of those that are watching.
What is your favorite African food?
Anyone who knows me knows this already. It's a West African dish. It's called acheke.
Acheke.
It's phenomenal.
It's the first time I've heard that one.
Acheke and fish. What is that? It's cassava.
Okay.
It's like a grated cassava, but you get to put like cucumbers and tomatoes and onions. It's fantastic. Something you gotta taste for sure. You can have it with a fish, a chicken, a lamb. It's bomb.
Can you make that?
I probably could try, but I'd rather eat it than make it.
I like that. What do you think, as an influential citizen of the world today, what legacy do you want to leave, after you're gone many more years from now, I'm sure, into the twilight?
I want to be remembered as a woman who was strong, but not angry. Because we get that stigma a lot. If you're a woman and you're strong, you're a bad, not a very nice person. Yeah. But you can be happy and, the cheerleader, that's also smart and a nerd. That's what I want to be remembered as, both sides of it.
So what advice do you have for future queens who aspire to be like Aicha one day?
Be serious, because it's not easy. You have to put in a lot of time and effort, for sure. But just know your focus, because a lot of good things can come from this. So if you are serious about it and you know what your mission is, you can get a good opportunity from it, for sure.
And that opportunity comes in other forms of charitable works that you do?
For sure. Like, for example, I've met women, like I said earlier, who are doing missions that are in line with what I do.
Okay. And what do you do?
What I'm aspiring to do is educating children properly back home.
Okay.
I want to give them, yes, for sure. I want to make sure that everything from as far as like the infrastructure of their schools to the books that they're reading are current and up to date, and they're not reading old textbooks or anything like that. They're properly nourished. I want to make sure kids are taken care of because I think kids are the future. I've met women who are in line with the same things that I want to accomplish, and they're lending me a hand. They're advising me on things to do to get to my goal, so I'm happy about that.
That's good, that's good. What else would you like to tell our viewers about Africa, Guinea, growing up in America, but of Guinean heritage?
If you are an African, you'll understand when I say that we are very cultured. And I think we're very blessed to be cultured because we have history to us. And just be proud of where you come from, because at least you know it. There's people out here who don't know where they come from, and I think it's very important to know where you're stemming from, because that will let you know where you're going next or where you potentially can go next.
You just read my lines. If you know where you come from, then surely you know where you're headed
for
towards.
sure. Yeah. So we're lucky to know that.
Yeah, and I think it's a blessing that we still imbibe that in our children who are even born here.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
And
very
that's
lucky.
The next generation. Yeah. You know, it's a blessing because you have the American life here and also the African.
Yes, I'm very Fulani.
Now we will round up by giving you a chance to share anything you want to tell my audience or my viewers. And you know, if any way they can help you or your cause,
Thank you.
let them know. And we will
I'm actually doing.
To your success.
Thank you. I'm hosting a fundraiser now. Actually, we're raising money to buy school supplies for the children back home because I haven't been home in 15 years. So when I go, I want to make a huge impact.
Yes.
And all the money that we raise will be going to buying the school supplies for needy children back home in Guinea. I want to do all of Africa if I can, but I have to start somewhere.
Yeah,
for sure. So if you would like to help me, you can go on GoFundMe and just search Guinean children.
Okay.
It'll pop up there.
Oh wow, that's nice to know. Thank you so much for coming, Miss Guinea, and we'll welcome you always on our set. We pray and root for you for all the wonderful things that you're doing.
Thank you.
And we hope that you will come back and share with us all the wonderful things you've done.
Thank you. I'd love to.
Who are certainly the future. Thank you again, my guests, and my audience, and my viewers, for always making me a part of your life. I thank you so much because you make me who I am. And this is an award-winning talk show, which is obviously what made it happen. I thank you also for the wonderful opportunities to come into your home. You can always catch me on Unveiling there's the Instagram, UnveilingOurAfrica.com, my website, on YouTube, Unveiling Africa, and check out more about us on our website, UnveilingOurAfrica.com. Thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to come here today. I hope you had a wonderful time with Aicha like I did and all the wonderful things she shared with us. We'll catch you next time. Thank you.